Okay. Hey, this is a recording for Rich Wilkinson, and we're going to do some role playing. Rich, it's good to be here with you, Rich. And if you're watching this recording, Rich, you don't have any problem at all connecting with people. The opportunity, the area of growth, and the skill set is around that next step, which is setting an appointment. Inviting people to take a look. So. Yeah, it's fun to be here with you today, Rich.
Okay.
So we're going to do another role play, and tell me the scenario, and then we'll role play. Okay.
I mean, the scenario, like where I'm at, the place that I'm talking to a person at, or
yeah, I'm going to ask you to tell me 4 different scenarios that you normally find yourself in where you're meeting people.
Okay, so the first one would be at the gym.
At the gym, okay.
When I go to the gym, that would be the first one. You want me to name them off one by one right now?
Yeah, let's start with the gym.
Okay.
Okay. So, and imagine this role play is I'm you, and then you're somebody that you are meeting. Okay. So, and the scenario here, it's how long have you been in Relatable, Rich?
Since June 16th of this year, so what, 6 months?
Okay, so the scenario is this is May.
4 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is May of this year. So you have no clue or earthly idea what Relatable is, and we're meeting at the gym.
Okay.
Okay. So I see you. You're at the gym, and we're maybe between reps or whatever that looks like. So, hey, Rich. Yeah, you enjoying this beautiful weather we're having out here?
Oh, I am. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Awesome. Well, I see you're here taking action here. What kind of workout do you do?
I like to do reps, upper body right now for bodybuilding, and I'm more for building up more weight every time I come in.
All right. So I'm just curious. Like my goal is to stay energized and work on keep my back strong and core, because I do massage therapy plus I have a wellness business. So I'm curious, what's your main goal here?
My main goal right now is losing weight and to gain muscle and body tone in my muscle.
Okay. Well, yeah, Rich, if you're open to this, I just came across recently a program. It's nutritional, and my honey just shed 15 pounds without even trying. And you see me, my goal is to keep putting some lean muscle on. And to be quite candid, Rich, I haven't worked out this little and had this much, lean muscle. So it's been a godsend.
Wow, that's great. I wish I could do that. Wish I could do something like that and lose weight and build lean muscle at the same time.
Well, this may not be for you at all, but I'm excited about it. Would you be okay if I follow up with you and share some information?
That would be great. Yeah.
Okay. And again, my only goal is to, I'm passionate about this, Rich, and we're helping a lot of people. So would love to look forward to getting back with you. And then, so Rich, let me get your number real quick. Do you prefer text, or what's the best way to communicate?
Text is good.
Okay. So Rich, and then what's your last name and so forth. So I'll get your information.
Okay.
And then I'd say, Rich, with your permission, and question, do you have your calendar on your phone, or do you use some other form?
My calendar on my phone.
It is? Okay, awesome. So yeah, so today is Wednesday. Would you like me to drop you a text or give you a shout later today or tomorrow? What's better for you?
Today would be fine.
Okay, so I can reach out to you either 5 or 5:30. What's better?
Oh, so I didn't think we were making an appointment or to talk. Um, is this something you're trying to sell me?
You bet. You bet. I'm excited about it. And if if it's for you, then you may decide it's something that could really play some roles in your life. And yeah, we'll go from there.
And it may help me with losing weight in that.
I can guarantee if you put these products in your body, it will help you in all kinds of ways.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll make an appointment with you.
And this is
So-
virtual, so we'll just be
So
chatting on
usually
the phone.
5 o'clock is best for me.
Okay. 5 o'clock it is. And I will see you. Well, I will reach out to you at 5 then. Thanks, Rich.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your
Yeah.
workout.
That was easy. That was easy. I need to make it simple instead of trying to make it complicated.
Where in that process do you think you're getting maybe stuck or just slowing you down? What part of that
And
scenario?
the process is right at the beginning where you brought up about the workout and that I can bring up that, but it's getting to the point like it was just natural to you how you did that and brought it up.
And remember, I'm going to send you these notes, but it's connect and then discovery. You find out what they're doing and that, where they're going, what they're doing in the gym or the coffee shop, whatever that looks like.
Okay.
Find out. Step 3 is finding out what their 2 or 3, I call them goals or shifts. So, Rich, you're here at the gym, you're obviously showing up, what brings you here? So whatever that question sounds like and looks like. Step 4 is when you do share your story, Rich, here's the key.
Okay.
The key is to practice your story until you get it down to about a 15-second story. Like if you set
15 seconds.
If your story is 5 minutes, you've lost the person. Okay.
So 15 seconds.
Yeah. So if you set our stopwatch, like right now, here we go. I'm setting my timer right now. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah, Rich, this is a program. You wouldn't believe it. My honey just shed 15 pounds and without hardly even trying, and she feels fantastic. Lots of energy again. I actually put on some lean muscle and I haven't worked out this less, to be honest, and have this much, lean muscle and feeling good than I have in years. So it's been a blessing. That's 20 seconds.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay.
So I need to get it down to that.
So you want to get your story succinct and then you zip it. And you see, when I shared my story, you would noticed in the role play, I then just paused.
Okay.
And I call this a rejection-free approach because when you share your story, say 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever that looks like, and you pause and the person does not lean into your story, metaphorically and say, wow, well, that sounds pretty amazing. They just told you I just told you I'm interested. If I hear your story and I do not respond or I change the subject, you do not need to invite that person to take a look.
Okay.
I just told you I'm not interested if I did not respond to your story.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if I just shared let's go back to the role play for a moment. So Rich, yeah, my honey just lost 15 pounds with hardly even trying, and she has more energy than I've seen her had in years. I just put on about 5 extra pounds of lean muscle, and I hadn't worked out this less and have this much, fitness level that I have in a long time. It's been a blessing. And then I'm going to pause. So how would you respond to that?
Well, that sounds great. That's amazing that you can do that.
Well, thank you. It's been a godsend. And then I would go on to say, Rich, this may not be for you, but I'd love to visit. And now I'm going to share my story again, but change the subject or do not be excited about my story and see what I do. Okay. So yeah, thanks for asking. I'm so excited you're working out. To answer your question, I'm on a program or system that my wife has dropped 15 pounds without hardly even trying. She has a ton of energy. And Rich, for me personally, you see I'm lean, but I put on 5 pounds of lean muscle. I hadn't worked out this less and have this quality of fitness in a long time, and pretty excited about it.
Well, that's okay. I just need to get back to my working out.
Yeah, you
doing
bet.
my workout.
You bet. Enjoy your next set of your workouts. I'm sure I'll see you around. Thanks, Rich.
Okay.
So
So even though he said no, there's still another chance when you come and see him again and say, hi, how you doing? And there's still a chance to work that in once you build more rapport then, isn't there?
well, yeah, when you build more rapport, and my rule of thumb is I wouldn't bring up Zalevo or even the invite again unless he responds in kind. So
Okay.
so that's one scenario with the gym. So what's another common environment where you find yourself in?
At like the grocery store or at any store, I usually say hi to people. Ask them how
Okay.
they're doing.
No, I love that. I'm gonna put down the grocery store. Okay. Let's role play that. So so I am in the checkout line, and there's about 3 people ahead of us. So we know we're gonna have about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So how are you today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, this is always a busy place, isn't it?
It is so busy. I hate coming here because it's always a big wait in line.
Yeah, it's kind of a necessary evil sometimes, but
Yeah, that's right.
I'm grateful. So yeah, so what do you do? What how often do you have to get out and get some groceries?
Oh, usually we do shopping a couple times a week.
Oh, okay, excellent. You find it hard to make the right choices around food, or how's that going?
Usually food's fine. It's just finding the prices, finding them at a good price for it.
Okay, excellent. So are you still working? Are you retired, or what do you do in the area?
I work about 70 hours a week. I do construction.
Oh, do you? You do construction.
I own my own business.
Okay, excellent. And that takes all your time, I'm assuming, all your work time?
Yeah, pretty well. I work from day to night, and then I come home, go to bed, wake up, do the same thing over and over every single day.
Do you ever run out of energy around that?
Yeah, it's hard to have an energy when I'm out working so long. I have to keep drinking so many soft drinks with like Coke and Pepsi or Coke and Mountain Dew to keep me awake, just so I can work with my men.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I talk to people a lot about their energy and how to make some easy choices around their busy lives. So that's what I do for a living.
Oh, is it? That's interesting. So what do you do for your energy?
Well, I found a nutritional system actually, and just a few months ago, and to be candid, I had a lot of struggle off and on with my energy, with fatigue, staying, being able to work and focus all day long. And I found something that's really been a godsend for not just me, but a lot of people. I've actually turned it into a business actually.
Well, that's good. That's good. You can do both on that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a blessing. And then if you don't respond, so
Okay.
that, remember, the key is if the person does not respond to the story,
Yeah.
then we move on to something else. We don't even invite them to take a look. If I share with you that I found
Oh,
something that's
okay.
brought me energy, it's been a godsend, and I'm able to bless some other people with it. If I share my 15-30 second story with you about what I do or how I connect with you, and it's silence, you don't
Yeah.
respond at all,
Yeah.
there's no need to invite the person to take a look.
So you don't invite. So then what do you do? Then what do you say next?
Or you just keep making a friend.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so Rich, man, yeah, you have several job sites going. Again, I would just make a friend. If you're a construction foreman or you had a crew like that, you would just visit like you would with any friend who you met who, you know, builds homes.
Oh, okay.
So that's the scenario, like at the grocery store. And think about this, every situation is unique, because if I met somebody
Okay.
and they had good positive energy, they're a smiling individual, then if you say you work 70 hours already, there's no way that I'm going to invite you to look at a business. I'm going to invite you, or I may, but I'm going to invite you to look at something that could possibly either free up more time or help you with your busy schedule, to give you something that would be easy to consume, to keep you focused and energized.
So you'd make that person a customer then, a VIP then. Is that
Well,
right?
potentially, but my 30-second story
Okay.
is always fluctuating depending on who you are, what you do, and how you respond when I connect with you.
Okay.
That's
So if you get a positive response, then you go further then.
Yeah, if I get a positive response with that scenario, I would say, hey, Rich, I know you're a busy guy, but this may be a blessing for you. Would you be open if I reach out to you and I can either get some samples to you or share information, and it really may help you with your just staying healthy for your job.
Okay, well, that sounds simple. So how did you get to the point where you built rapport with me first? You built rapport. You asked me what I was doing, and that. And how did you bring up your story? So you built rapport with me and everything. We're talking back and forth what I do, and then how do you bring up get your story out again?
Great question. The simple answer is whatever question that we want other people to ask us, we ask them first.
Oh, okay.
If I'm connecting with you, you're a positive individual who I know I could potentially help. If I want you to ask me what I do, or if I want you to ask me, really, do you have some answers around that? Then I'm going to ask you that question first.
Okay.
Meaning if we're at the grocery and you're a construction foreman who works 70 hours a week, I'm going to ask you a question around the subject I would like to invite you to take a look at. So remember the question I asked you, 70 hours, my goodness. I'm assuming you have kids at home as well, and a honey.
Oh, yes.
And how do you find you have any energy left at the end of the day?
No, I come home so wore out, I just have to go to bed.
Wow. You know, okay, here's the answer. Here's the bridge.
Okay.
You just said you have to go. I asked the question.
Yes.
Do you have any energy left for your family? You just said
no.
I have to come home and go to bed.
Yeah.
A very natural, organic response to me would be, oh my goodness, I just spoke with a couple 3 weeks ago. They were on one of our interviews we do, and he's a trucker and she works, I think, at a school, and all they could do when they got off work was to go to the couch. They had no energy left, and they found something that I found as well, and now they have energy again. They're spending time with their grandkids or engaging with their family. It's wow. And I actually turned it into a business, but it's really gives a lot of people energy.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. And this, again, Rich, as busy as you, I know you're busy, but I would love to follow up with you to see if there's some answers here.
Okay, that would be good.
And then you have a card, or, I would get your information. So,
Okay.
so did I answer your question as far as how I go from the connecting to sharing my short story?
Yeah, so that makes sense on how to do that. You built the rapport. You found out what he uh, what he was doing in that, and you made a connection of where um, um, our nutritional program would help him, and it was the energy. And you brought up uh,
Story.
the story.
And it
So
wasn't just,
I need to learn different stories of different people, so I have those memorized and available when I need them like that.
that's true. Yeah, you do want to have several stories under your hat. And again, even if it's a vague story that you seem to recall, I could say, Rich, interesting. I was on a call about 3 weeks ago I have a wellness business, but it was a couple that had no energy at the end of the workday, and now they have a ton of energy and they're feeling younger, like 20 years younger. So yeah, that's and then I can relate to you as well, because I struggled with that for a long time, and I now have, more sustained energy, and I start my day right. So yeah, it's a crazy time we live in, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Do you ever, and if I ended that statement that way, I may ask you a direct question at this point that says something like, Rich, do you ever look for answers to really address the energy and your busy schedule? Do you ever look for ways to stay more energized?
No, I don't. I don't have anything like that.
You don't look, or you don't have anything?
I don't. I haven't looked for any other things like that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, these stories, I've turned this into a business. It's part-time for me, Rich, and it may not be for you at all, but I would love to follow up with you and either get some samples or share some information. Would you be open to that?
Yeah, I'd be open to that.
And so part of it, if this is your main way of connecting with people, okay, then part of it is to hone your skill around, because you connect with people effortlessly.
Yeah.
Now the main skill set is to learn to have a very short, again, 20-30 second snippet story
Okay.
that's tailored a little bit toward what you've already learned about them. Okay. And then once you share your story, what you're looking for is, are they smiling and engaging with us, with you, or with me?
After we tell the story, our story, right?
And then you put in your mind, you want to put duct tape on your mouth at that point, because if you keep talking, you slip into the sales rut. If I share a compelling story about an experience or so, then with passion, and then I put duct tape on it. If you're the right person who's looking for something, you're naturally going to do what?
I'm going to ask how you did it.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, wow, that's amazing. I wish I could do something like that.
Yeah. And, to be candid, I was wishing the same thing. What I've found through the last few months is, man, it's again, as I mentioned, it's really blessed me with my energy and my health. It's been a godsend. So, Rich, this may not be for you, although I would love to follow up with you and share information to see if this could be a godsend for you as well. A blessing.
Okay. And then
and then here's human psychology.
Okay.
People are much more empowered and open to sharing a way to get back with them if they're the one giving the information, meaning do you have a business card? Or if you're swapping phone numbers, then literally pull it up on your phone and hand them your phone. People psychologically are much more prone to share their information if they're the ones doing it.
Okay.
Okay. So whatever that looks like for you. And then again, ideally, in the ideal world, say you had a few extra minutes, and you can read their body language to see if they're in a big hurry or not. If they're about to check out, or if they're about to pay their groceries, or, read the situation, then you would just stop right there and say, I'll text you in just a bit. I'll text you this afternoon. So if you know you're going to have an extra 2 or 3 minutes, then Rich, do you keep your calendar on your phone? And then if you do, let's look at the time when we can just follow up and chat, and I'll share a little video with you as well.
Oh, I like that. Do you have your calendar on your phone?
And so,
I like that.
So are we helping?
A lot. Yeah.
Okay. So here's my homework for you.
Okay.
My homework assignment is to listen to this chat we've had this morning, take some notes, and then listen to it again. And then when you're out meeting people, just practice some of these steps. And I'm going to send you these notes because I put these steps down for you.
Okay.
And you can practice them at home in front of the mirror, etc. Practice it with your wife. Call one of your kids or good friends and say, hey, I'm learning this new business, and you mind if I practice my little 6-step formula with you? Would that be okay? So that's your homework.
This is going to help me a lot.
And my suggestion as your business partner is do the homework, watch this, practice it, watch it again, practice it, and then we can hop back on a short call just to kind of keep the growth happening.
That sounds good. I really appreciate you working with me. I really appreciate it a lot.
You're so welcome. How about we just pencil in next Wednesday at the same time, knowing that'll give you kind of a, motivation to practice it, do some homework, knowing that you and I'm going to be asking you, some scenarios. Okay. So,
okay, that would be good. I'd like that.
All right. Rich, coaching, about a half-hour call, and we will go from there. I'll put you down here. Okay, my friend. So God bless, and remember, we do a call at the bottom of the hour. Jill Berth is going to be training on it. It's a half-hour call. Yeah, every Wednesday.
What kind of a goal do you want to challenge me to how many appointments I get?